Hate to say I told you so, guys, but I said that I thought that yesterday's game was going to be a little bit more problematic than a lot of people realized. Even though we've been on this terrible run with these terrible performances, for some reason people thought we were going to pick up the 3 points yesterday, handily enough. I said 3-1, I'm not going to lie, but maybe I was swayed by other people's opinions there when I was live streaming, to be honest, not making excuses. But something told me it was going to be a little bit more difficult than that. Southampton are fighting for their lives. And if you watched my stream yesterday, that's what I said, yeah. This team are fighting for their lives. Southampton are fighting for their lives. They're in the relegation zone. Arsenal need to go from the very first whistle and impose themselves on the game. Otherwise, what happened in the last two matches previous to the Southampton game would happen again. We got to be looking at league owner, troops, this and that after the game. I was working till 10 p.m. last night in central London. By the time I got home, it was about midnight. Then I had a phone call with a nice lady, and then I watched a bit of YouTube and I saw in the meantime what was going on, yeah, what the other YouTubers thought of it. Not that I need to get my opinions from them, but it helps to see which way they saw it going and what they thought went wrong. For the team to put in a third successive performance like that, we've got our last three games now have been draws. We picked up 3 points from 9. We went from 23 wins, 3 draws and 3 losses to 23 wins, 6 draws and 3 losses. Man City have 2 games in hand and they're only 5 points behind, and we have to go to the Etihad in the next couple of days. So basically, our title challenge is over, and that's basically it. That's it for us this season. I think we're going to get second. We'll qualify for the Champions League, and that's our lot, which is disappointing because we led the league for so long. But in the end, whether you can put it down to Arteta or the players, to be honest, the players have to take a lot of responsibility too, not just Mikel Arteta. Arteta is responsible, and I see in the media afterwards he's looking the other way and he's talking about things that are irrelevant, which I don't quite understand. Maybe that's part of the problem, but he should be coming down on the players like a ton of bricks. You know what I mean? They need a good kick up the ass, guys, not a cuddle. All right, he's talking about cuddling the players. Maybe that's part of the problem. We got boys out there and not men. Look, a lot of them are young guys, yeah. I get it. I understand. They're young men. I remember what it was like when I was that age. I didn't know nothing about life. But now I'm 43 years of age. Arteta should have dealt with that problem a long time ago. And the players themselves, the performance they put in, absolutely shocking. Aaron Ramsdale, what happened to you, bro? You know what I mean? You used to be someone we could actually trust and depend upon in between the sticks. Aaron Ramsdale, man. Honestly, what is going on with that man? Absolutely shocking stuff. I mean, he couldn't have played worse. I don't see. He made a couple of saves that they were even awkward. He just had an absolute nightmare out there. What has happened to that guy? Is it the lack of Saliba? But I mean, look, like I said yesterday in my stream, if you watched it, guys, we had to go out from the very first whistle and impose ourselves on Southampton. Otherwise, what happened would happen. They hit us for 2 goals in the first 14 minutes. We conceded within the first minute after like 27 seconds or something, literally from the kickoff on the halfway line. Ramsdale messing about at the back, playing it out in the most dangerous of areas when it was hopeless and pointless. Play the ball out wide, give it to the left back, give it to the right back, but don't play it up the centre. Walcott, he got a great goal for the second one, and the third goal was a cracker. And still we didn't learn. Honestly, guys, I mean, seriously. Liverpool and West Ham, we threw away 2 goal leads. Today we handed them a 2 goal lead at home after 14 minutes, and we're meant to be Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about the Wi-Fi issues. Luckily for the team, because I was just getting on a roll. Um, so there we go. Our title challenge is over. We have that Manchester City game coming up where they are going to absolutely slaughter us at the Etihad. And then after that, we play Chelsea, we play Newcastle. Look, the title is done. The title is done. I mean, even naming those teams now that we have to face with the way we're playing right now, I mean, it's over now. Very disappointing. A lot of Arsenal fans actually, like myself, believe that we had a real show at the title, no matter how crazy that seemed. Geez, I would love to be 8 points ahead now, knowing what I know now. I would have enjoyed it more, knowing that this was coming. There can be no excuses. They were going for the title here. We've had 2 bad results previous to yesterday's game. They didn't even go out and the start, the performances, the mistakes. I mean, Arteta should have them ready for this. You know what I mean? Okay, the pressure is mounting on the team. The pressure is building. But they responded too little too late at the end. And I see some of the articles that they rescued a point. They lost 2 in what was a must-win game. Regardless of what happened in the 2 games previous, those 2 lackluster draws, they cost us 2. But yesterday was a must-win. Vital. And yet again, we didn't get the win. So we have 3 points from the last 3 games. The City have won the last 5. We've drawn the last 3. And the manner of the performance yesterday, man. The start that we gave them. I mean, the goal that we gifted them. Then the carelessness of our play. Terrible defending for the Walcott goal. With all due respect to Theo, man, big up he didn't celebrate, yeah. Once a gooner, always a gooner. Big up to Theo Walcott, man. But absolutely shocking, the defending for that goal. So you tell me, where do we go from here? The league is done. The league is gone. All these Arteta sexuals, they seem to have crawled back under the rock that they came out from under. You know what I mean? They're hiding. They're in the shadows, which is probably best for them. I met a lot of Arsenal fans in my job yesterday. For those of you who don't know, I work in the city centre hotel, central London. I met a lot of the fans that were going to the game yesterday, actually Irish fans from actually my hometown. Before they were actually, before the game, they were having a couple of drinks in the bar. You know what I mean? A lot of people paid a lot of money to go watch that crap. I'm just glad I didn't. What a waste of time and what a waste of money. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not overreacting here. I mean, the attitude going into the game yesterday was all wrong. Everything you wouldn't want. Can't be no excuses for that. I don't care what anyone says. There can be no excuses for that kind of thing. Absolutely terrible performance. Arsenal title challenge is all but over, guys. So we can just forget about it for another season, yeah? Throw our caps at it. It's done. Not really going to talk much about the game. Not really going to talk much about what was going on, apart from the obvious. Just that it's not good enough. And we as fans, we need to demand more. And Arteta, the players' heads need to roll. They can't be allowed to get away with this. They cannot be allowed to get away with this. You know what I mean? They cannot be allowed to get away with it. It's as simple as that. That's how I see things. Really lackluster. Really bad performance. And that's the end of that. That's it for another season. We're done. We're finished. It's over. And there's no more to say about it, really, I suppose. I gotta hit the work anyway. Just till I do this upload out. So, guys, the title challenge is over. Yeah? Like I'm saying, Arsenal title hopes fading. Arsenal title challenge all but over. In the light of day, guys, we're done. It's finished. It's over. They had their chance to prove themselves time and time again. And they failed miserably. Yesterday, it was one of the worst performances I can ever remember. Why Arteta let that happen? Why he didn't instill a bit of belief and confidence in the lads before the game? Maybe he tried, but if he doesn't think a player's up to it, he's got to take him off. You know what I mean? I think another keeper would have been better in place of Ramsdale yesterday, to be honest. because he was all over the place. He didn't know what was going on. Terrible. What happened to him? Like, honestly, maybe it was a mistake buying him. But he's not the only one. I think we bought a couple of players and it was a mistake, yeah. And now we're seeing that. Awful, 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 awful. Terrible. What more can I say? Terrible, terrible performance from the team, from everyone, and the manager. They have to be held accountable at some point, guys. I mean, like I said, we actually had still a slim chance of landing the title before yesterday's game, but we needed the win before we hit the city. Yesterday was a must win. Say what you want about going to Anfield, it's a difficult place. The way we played against West Ham, shocking. But yesterday was a must win. It's done. It's over. That's it for our season now. Second place, Champions League qualification. Is that good enough after the season we've had and how long we've been at top? No. If you'd asked me before the season, would I accept second? Yeah. But no, with the season we've had and how long we've led the lead, how long we've had the lead, top of the league, we've been sitting in first place for so long, since the very first day. And then we come up with performances like that in the last 3 games. Only ourselves to blame. Maybe we're not as good as we think we are. Definitely Zinchenko. I don't want to name names because the whole team were terrible. But definitely Zinchenko was caught sleeping. He may be good on the front foot, but as a defender, not so good. He was caught sleeping. You know what I mean? Time and time again. And not for the first time this season. So I don't know. He's good on the front foot, guys. He's a good attacking player. But as a defender, he got found out yesterday big time. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave it there, guys. I got to head off to work. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed this season anyway. It's more or less over for Arsenal now. So let's see what we can do in the last couple of games. But the league is gone. The title is gone. The players have given up. The manager is clueless on something that needs to change. It's as simple as that. Seriously, like, we didn't even push City. We didn't even put them to the pin of their collar. If we won yesterday, it would have changed things. Maybe put them under a little bit of pressure. The performance was absolutely shocking. There can be no excuses for that. And Arteta's looking at the reaction of the players when they went 3-1 down. I know he's got to build them up and he's got to nurture their fragile confidence now because their confidence is fragile. It's a bunch of boys and not men. But he needs to take the problem. He needs to take the task in hand. He needs to sort that out as soon as possible. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Have a nice day, guys. And yeah, let's see what happens, yeah, with our so-called club, our so-called team, and our so-called manager. Adios.